Hi and welcome to Chat Central. Today we're talking to someone who has kept India alive amongst all of us. He is a true Indian spirit. Bollywood is not only his work but passion, and he does complete justice to it. Let's welcome Mr. Kamal Sharma. Hi Mr. Sharma.
Hello, how are you, Kanika?
I am excellent. How are you?
Wonderful, thank you.
So Kamalji, tell us, in all the work that you do and all the work that you've done over the years, do you feel that your role has emerged as a cultural bridge between India and Canada?
The other day I was at a party and I was called upon by someone as the cultural ambassador of India. I felt great. So if someone says that and if someone thinks that I'm bridging the gap in some way or another, I think I'll be very, very delighted.
Yeah, for sure. It makes you feel good, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially the kind of work that you do, and you brought so many entertaining events here. Now talking about that, do you want to share a funny incident with us?
Going back, I think this was sometime in 80s. Popular comedian who is also a very well-known singer, Uma Devi, who is also known as Tuntun. She had come and I was supposed to interview her.
I didn't know her real name. I've always known her as Tuntun.
Yeah, well actually her CD is under the name of Uma Devi, and that is how she came into the film industry. So I started talking to her and I was asking her a few questions, and then she literally stopped me and she said, "Come on, would you just let me say something?" And we just keep on asking questions. It was so hilarious, and that was a mark of what Tuntun was all about.
Yeah.
After all, she was a comedian.
She was
and
hilarious.
She really left me speechless, and afterwards I said, "Okay, you go ahead, you do whatever, I won't ask any questions."
Oh, that sounds really funny. Now Kamalji, you have been a Bollywood lover, as we all know. Is there a song from a Hindi movie that you think is a reflection of you or your personality, or is really close to you?
In 1971, it was right after the liberation of Bangladesh. I.S. Johar, the popular comedian and of course a very well-known producer and director, he made a film called Jai Bangladesh. I went along with my mom and I saw that movie, and there was one particular song which struck me and I started singing, and I still do. So if you don't mind,
Go ahead.
हो बढ़ते हैं जब जब पाप धरती पर पाप मिटाने आता हूँ, एक हूँ मैं पर नए नए रूपों में आता जाता हूँ, मैं हूँ एक रूप ने, मैं हूँ एक रूप ने, बन के कन्हैया बंसी बजैया प्रेम का राग सुनाया है, बन के बुद्ध कभी शुद्ध किया मैंने जग को त्याग सिखाया है, किया पावन कभी मोहम्मद बन के मक्का और मदीने को, ईसा बन के छलनी किया मैंने कभी अपने सीने को, नानक बन के ज्ञान के मैं दीप जलाने आता हूँ, एक हूँ मैं पर नए नए रूपों में आता जाता हूँ.
Okay, Kamalji, now we can't let you go without having a short Bollywood fun type of quiz with you.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I'm sure you're up for it. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. So, which is Salman Khan's first movie?
Oh, wow. That was Bibi Ho To Aisi, isn't it?
That's correct. Who composed the soundtrack of the movie Dil Se?
Dil Se is, of course, A.R. Rahman.
Well, it's an easy one for you.
I would say Allah Rakha Rahman.
Allah Rakha Rahman. In which movie did Dilip Kumar and late Rajkumar come together?
The first one was Paigam, the second one was Saudagar.
Well, I had Saudagar in my mind, but thank you.
Paigam was the first one which they did in 50s, and afterwards they never did, because apparently the rumor was that Rajkumar was heavy on Dilip and some people said Dilip Kumar was heavy.
Even
and
during
then
Saudagar.
Subhash Ghai brought both of them together again after God knows how many years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who is the older one out of the two, Jackie Shroff or Anil Kapoor?
I believe it is. Oh, you know what? Anil Kapoor still looks younger. But
Tricky one.
Yeah, tricky one. They both came around the same time. I wouldn't be surprised if it is Anil Kapoor. I think I'm gonna say Anil Kapoor.
And you're correct. And it was a guess.
Yes, because the way he has conducted himself, I think that's remarkable.
But that made you think. If you have to tell me 3 movies made by Guru Dutt,
Oh my God, okay. I'll start with this very first one, which was Baz. Okay.
You got this covered.
And thereafter, of course, Arpar, with which he became popular. So under Guru Dutt production, his first movie was Arpar, then it was Mr. and Mrs. 55, and then of course it was Pyasa.
Pyasa.
And then of course, Shaadi Ka Chand, Kagaz Ke Phool,
You have a
Saadi
dozen.
Bahare Phir Bhi Aayengi.
I need to revisit these questions. And last one. From which movie is this dialogue from? Chen Kuliki, Men Kuliki, Chen.
Yeah, you know what? Here you got me. Because I have been around movies, listening to movies, about movies, talking about movies, I do not get the chance to watch all the movies. So some of the dialogue, they just go over me.
Do you want me to give you a hint?
Okay.
It's a movie with Amitabh Bachchan and his 6 brothers.
Okay, well then it's Satya Prasata.
There you go! You got it!
That I can tell.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Sharma, for being on our show. And you were so spontaneous and amazing, like always.
Thank you so much for having me, and I wish you continuing success in this wonderful endeavor of yours.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sharma. Thanks for watching Chat Central.